Hi, hi everyone. Hi, my viewers, my well wishers, my patrons, and my followers who are going to sit for any competitive exams, who are going to sit for any class exams, those who are interested in learning good English, those who are interested in speaking and writing correctly are being requested to join the class, to attend the class, so that I may be encouraged and enthused to give you more lessons on grammar. It is the most valuable chapter in English grammar, and if you can grasp this chapter well, you can go on with English learning very effectively, confidently, etc. The boy or the girl who joined the class, please tell your friends through chat that I have appeared, and I said this site, somebody is commenting Gurukul studies. I said this site, Saurav here, very good. I am very glad to have Saurav. And Saurav, tell your friends that I am live streaming the chapter of preposition, and last night I discussed with you simple preposition and phrase preposition. And tonight I am going to share my ideas with you, compound prepositions. And what are compound prepositions? Let us know. What are compound prepositions? Compound prepositions are those prepositions which the preposition which has either a suffix or a prefix, and the suffix or the prefix has made the preposition or has given the preposition another meaning. Clear? That is compound preposition. You know that compound means 2 or 3 or 4, whatever may be the fact. But a preposition can also be compound. You know compound sentence, 2 principal clauses are connected by or, and, but, so, etc. But in case of compound preposition, this is not so. As for example, it's a very important chapter, and I think you should not skip a single word or a single sentence while I am live streaming. Clear? At this age, that is 69 years old, I am sharing my ideas after having taught in a government school for more than 37 years as an English teacher. And that is why I dared, I dare share my ideas with you. Clear? For example, inside. So side itself is a preposition, but in is prefix, inside. That is in or within. For example, inside my garden, there is a beautiful house, or there is a beautiful house inside my garden. That means within the garden. But inside is a compound preposition. Remember it. Clear? Now outside. Similarly outside. If inside is a compound preposition, outside is also a compound preposition. Side is preposition. For example, I am sitting by the side of the river. The children are playing cricket by the side of the river. Clear? But outside, there is a kitchen garden outside my house. There is a kitchen garden outside my house. Clear? Kitchen garden. Okay? So both inside and outside are compound prepositions. Remember it. In is prefix and out is also prefix. And side is the main preposition. Clear? Another preposition I am telling you, that is beside. So inside, outside, beside. A beside is also a compound preposition. For example, beside the river, beneath the trees, the daffodils bloomed in plenty, and they were tossing their heads against the clear sky. Beside the river, beneath the trees. That is by the side of the river, and by the side of the river there are trees, and beneath the trees the daffodils have bloomed in plenty, and they are tossing their heads against the sky. Clear? You see that I have used many prepositions in this line. Clear? I have taken the line from Wordsworth's famous poem, Daffodils, the Daffodils. Clear? Now let us come to beneath. So neath and be is prefix, beneath. I have already given you an example of beneath. Beneath the trees, the daffodils bloomed in plenty. Beneath the trees, that is the under the trees. Clear? Within, you see that with is preposition and in, within. Within means in. What a peculiar thing is that with is a preposition and in also a preposition, but within. For example, within my house, or within my house garden, I have made a shelter for the dogs. Within my house garden, or within the garden of my house, I have made a shelter for the dogs. Hello, my viewers. Why should I not see that you are liking my video, my live streaming, and you must encourage me or enthuse me so that I may appear before you with more grammatical items. Okay, it is my lesson plan, and I decided from the very beginning, from the morning, that I should give you this tidbits of grammar. Clear? However, whatever may be the fact, without. So out is suffix and with is preposition, without. Without your hard labor, you cannot succeed in your examination. Or without giving a hard labor, you cannot succeed in your examination. Clear? So, without is also a compound preposition. Clear? Now, behind. Hind and be is the prefix, behind. Behind our house, there are two huge oak trees. Behind our house, there are two huge oak trees on which many birds live, many squirrels live. There, on which or in which, both are correct. Both are correct. Clear? Behind. Around. Around. So, a is a prefix and round is the root preposition, around. For example, I am going to attend the feast in your house around 8 o'clock at night. Around 8 o'clock at night. Or around our school, we have planted many saplings around. Clear? So you see that around can be used in different ways. In different ways, around. Next example is amidst. A is prefix and midst. That is, amidst means in the midst of. In the middle of. Amidst a great confusion, I could rescue my old father. Amidst the great confusion, that is, in the midst of the great confusion, I could rescue my old father. Clear? Amidst. It is also an example of compound preposition. Clear? Next, amongst. Amongst. Amongst means within or among various persons. For example, amongst the boys, I selected the little boy for performance. for performance, amongst, etc. So I have given you the examples of compound prepositions: inside, outside, beside, beneath, within, without, behind, around, amidst, amongst. I have selected all these prepositions as compound prepositions. Clear? Again, I am giving you some general rules for using prepositions. Here is the book. Here is the book you asked for. You see that I have used the preposition at the last of the sentence, at the end of the sentence. When you do not use the relative pronoun, for example, here is the book which you asked for, which has been omitted. So which is a relative pronoun. When the relative pronoun is omitted, you can use the preposition at the end of the sentence. Clear? Now, second example. This is the pen you were searching for. This is the pen which you were searching for. I have omitted which from relative clause to participial phrase, and as I have dropped the relative pronoun which, I have used the preposition at the end of the sentence. This is the pen you were searching for. I am explaining the rules. Clear? What are you thinking of? What are you thinking of? Of at the end of the sentence. What did you look at? What did you look at? Clear? Thus, there are some rules which prove that prepositions can be used at the end of a sentence. I am telling you 2 or 3 sentences where prepositions should not be used. For example, I worked out the sum last week. I worked out the sum last week. That means I worked out the sum in the last week. No. Last week is an adverbial, so you need not use preposition. When there is an adverbial, you need not use a preposition. Clear? My dear viewers, I know that my live streaming will not go in vain, and you are trying to grasp all these things so that in future you may write, you may speak correctly, fluently, effectively, etc. Clear? For example, he could not walk a mile. He could not walk a mile. He could not walk a mile means he could not walk for a mile. When you are using a mile, that is adverb of place, you need not use for. Clear? You should not use preposition. Please wait a minute. That means please wait for a moment, for a minute. Please wait a minute. A minute is actually the adverbial of time. As it is the adverbial of time, you need not use preposition. Clear? Very good. English, these are the rules. And the rules are being explained to you by me. Clear? And you see many other prepositions which are used at the end of the sentence. For example, Rabindranath Tagore is known all the world over. All the world over. That means all over the world. All the world over. Clear? It is a very stylistic English. Shakespeare's fame is known all the world over. Clear? That means all over the world. This I insisted on. This I insisted on. That means this is on which I insisted. But you should use it at the end of the sentence. This is, or this I insisted on. And there are some general rules I have, or I am trying to give you, and this will be very much helpful to you. For example, in the morning, at dawn. In the morning, at dawn. At noon. Clear? At noon. In the afternoon. Never forget. In the afternoon. In the evening. Clear? At night. At midnight. At 4 o'clock in the morning. At 5 o'clock in the evening, etc. In summer, in rainy season, in the springtime, etc. Thanking all of you, good night. Stay safe, stay mellow. And I think that this video will, or this live streaming will not go in vain. And I know that you will try to use all these rules in your conversation, dialogue, writing, business English, etc. And I think that all of you will give some ideas. Subrata Modak, wait for the couple of minutes. Okay. And Giapan. Whatever may be the fact, I am an old man and I am trying to serve all of you. And if you are benefited, I shall be very much happy. Good night. Stay safe, stay better. And you may post so that I may appear before you and can meet your demand. Thank you all of you.